Think your pre-workout is giving you superhuman strength? Think again. It's getting less effective every time you use it. Stay till the end and I'll show you what's really going on in that bottle. Pre-workout is going to get less effective every single time that you use it because of the key ingredient, caffeine. When you have caffeine every single day and every time that you go to the gym, caffeine is not supposed to be in your system. It's a foreign entity. It's heavy on your liver, so your liver has to work harder. And you build up a resistance to it. So you need more and more every single time. Over a 3-week period, by the end of that 3rd week, you're going to need more pre-workout to give you that same feeling that you had the first time. You're not going to get the same kick, the same energy boost. And now you're reliant on it. You need to buy more, because if you don't have it, you have a shit workout. Many pre-workouts are extremely underdosed. They'll all boast that they've got L-theanine, beta-alanine, creatine. 1 gram of creatine is not doing anything in your pre-workout. You should be having at least 3 just to maintain creatine levels. The beta-alanine just makes your muscles go all tingly. The L-theanine, extremely underdosed. Again, if you're buying, that C4 shit, awful. These additives and the flavorings that they're putting in there, do you really think something that's good for you and something that's going to make you more healthy is going to have an icy blue raz flavor? Are you taking the piss? Icy blue raz. It just baffles me that people actually think that, pre-workout is good for them. And like I said, that tingly feeling that the pre-workout gives you, oh yeah, I can feel the pre-workout working. That's just beta-alanine. It literally just makes your muscles go all tingly. The pre-workout isn't working. It's got an extremely high sugar content, which spikes your insulin, which means you want to eat more food when you finish the gym. So you'll go home and you'll end up eating like a shit ton of carbs. You'll go on a carb crash afterwards. And it will give you a short burst of energy for sure, until you get used to the caffeine. But the sugar will still give you the boost of energy, or the sweeteners, or whatever they're putting in there. But you will crash hard later. If you're a little bit tired when you go into the gym, you take a scoop of pre-workout. Let's teach you about adenosine quick. Adenosine is the molecule that binds to an adenosine receptor. So this adenosine receptor is sat here, and this is the adenosine coming along. Boom. It's activated the adenosine receptor. This triggers melatonin to be released in your brain, and basically, when a lot of this adenosine builds up and triggers and activates all of these adenosine receptors, it triggers basically your body to go into sleep mode. Your body starts to cool down, to get ready for bed. But when you take any form of caffeine, this is the adenosine swimming along, the caffeine goes, blocks off the adenosine receptor. It doesn't activate the adenosine receptor, so your body isn't going into that sleep mode, but it's stopping the adenosine coming into the adenosine receptor. But the adenosine doesn't just go, we can't get in, it's fine, I'll leave. No. Your adenosine's a nice guy. You'll wait around, and then a few more will come, and then quite a few more will come, and so the adenosine builds up. So eventually, what happens is this caffeine molecule eventually, it dissipates, it slowly goes away, and now you're just left with an empty adenosine receptor that hasn't been activated, and about a 500 adenosine molecules trying to get in, and that's why you crash after you drink a bunch of coffee, and that's why people who have coffee as soon as they wake up have a midday crash. Your body should be at peak working temperature at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, if your body temperature raises at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it should be at peak heat. If you think about a steam train, a coal train, and they're throwing coal in, you know, they're trying to get the engine to work faster, it's racing and racing. That's what your body should be like at 2 o'clock. But instead, people are chugging along, looking like zombies, feeling all groggy, because they've had caffeine in the morning. It's extremely overpriced. £20 for just, you know, the cheap tub. You're just paying for the fancy packaging and the branding and this underpriced shit in it. It is essentially just overpriced caffeine. Now, I know this video may seem like it, but I'm actually not against the use of caffeine. I'm against the overuse of caffeine. I take caffeine probably twice a week. Any more than 3 times a week and your body's going to get used to it and you're going to get reliant on it. If you really want to get that caffeine in before you go to the gym, if you're going to be doing super heavy lifts, you know, you're going to be maxing out the leg press, go on MyProtein and type in pure caffeine and it will come up with these little tablets. There's 200 milligrams of caffeine. You don't need any more than that. 30 to 60 minutes before a workout and you'll be feeling great. No shitty additives, no flavorings, no sugars, no sweeteners, literally just caffeine. And I am completely for that. Any other like shitty pre-workout is, honestly, I still just can't get over the fact that people think, you know, like those awful flavorings. Oh, you know, like bubblegum fucking pre-workout. Yeah, it's great, you know. We'll dry scoop it, see what happens. Jesus. Make sure you're getting, if you do buy any caffeine tablets, make sure you're getting them from a reputable source like MyProtein or something. It's cheap as shit. I think my caffeine tablets cost me about, no more than £15, and there's about 200 in there. So that'll last me forever. But pre-workout actually isn't the only scam in the fitness industry. There's so many. Supplements are almost entirely a complete waste of money. I've just made a video on the truth about supplements. It's on the end screen. You need to see that if you watch this video. Click that right now. Go hit subscribe. Have a hard day and a great week. Mwah.